$25 gifts.
You're tuning in to PromoteTheMusic.com with Bobby D.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Good morning, everyone. Bobby D live at the PromoteTheMusic.com from Costa Rica. We're going to start things off with the wonderful music of James Colah. Enjoy.
This is James Colah from London, England, and you're listening to my track Blissful from the Pilot Colah Project on PromoteTheMusic.com with Bobby D.
New artists, new music, always on PromoteTheMusic.com.
Cruising after dark.
That's the guitar work of J Grooves, Jimmy Warren, 420 mix on PromoteTheMusic.com. Before that, believe it or not, shame on me, I just discovered her music just recently. Gail Jhonson, Cruisin' After Dark. And we'll be featuring more of her music today as well. And we started this show on October 1st with the wonderful music of James Colah and the Colah Project. Track titled Blissful. Boy, do I have a story about that track. I did tell you guys in Facebook I would share that story. Something I've never talked about before. Something that usually when you're in the middle of it, you don't like to talk about it. But about a year ago, in December last year, I got pretty ill. I was in bed, and truthfully, oh boy, things were not the greatest for Bobby D here. I'm going to tell you what was happening. I didn't know at the time what was happening. And I was in bed 12, 14, 15 hours. All I know is I would eat, no energy, and several weeks later, we had a major project in the making. Peter White was coming to Costa Rica in February. I was managing that project, but I couldn't, and I was getting depressed. I didn't tell anybody, but I was literally depressed, out of energy, not able to work for nearly 60 days. But one day, I reached for, I didn't even want to listen to music, but one day I reached for my iPod and put on the headsets, and I put it on shuffle. And I've got 15,000 songs in my iPod Classic. And the first song that came up was exactly that, Blissful by James Colah. And it sort of got me out of my funky mood for a moment. Then I didn't want to listen to any music, and I went back to bed. And the next day I said, wow, well, that was pretty good. That was a new energy. And so I turned on the iPod again, lying in bed, and hit Blissful again. And I was getting re-energized, and I kept doing that day after day after day for several weeks. One day I caught myself getting out of bed, going for a nice extended walk with the iPod, with Blissful on auto repeat, and it just changed everything for me. It really did. And I even, I remember telling James, I said, boy, you have no idea what your music is doing for my spirit. But I didn't want to tell him at the time. I was in a depression. So anyways, that's the power of music, folks. Truthfully, isn't that just incredible? That's why I love music, and I hope you love music too, and you'll support the indie artists on PromoteTheMusic.com, because we feature 9 indie artists. Today we'll feature 8 because we're going to play another track by Gail Jhonson, so that makes it 8 instead of 9. But some great music. Had a great week. How was your week? Come and visit with us at facebook.promotethemusic.com. Today, I want to talk about a few things. We're going to play mostly music. It's a 1-hour show. We're getting on our rhythm. Last week was a marathon show. How many of you were with us for that 5-hour show or caught the archive? I know for a fact a lot of people caught the archives because we had 5,798 hits on PromoteTheMusic.com this week, our first week. So we're delighted with that. Modest beginning, but people are watching. Our YouTube channel as well, and I'll give you all the links for that stuff a little later, because you can watch the archives on YouTube in our channel. But YouTube, 1,124 video views there, so that's good exposure for the indie artists, and some fun stuff. So I'm going to tell you today, again, how you qualify to win a trip to Costa Rica by just dropping by on PromoteTheMusic.com Saturday morning, 9 Eastern. I know that's wee hours of the morning for some of you in the Far East. And in Europe, it's a decent time to Middle East, 3 o'clock, right? That's good. But I will tell you after the next music set how you qualify for a trip. And we'll tell you who the winner was last week. Very cool, huh? So, wonderful week. A lot of new relationship with a lot of new artists sending the music in for PromoteTheMusic.com. I'm very, very, very grateful for that, I promise you. Again, we'll tell you during the show, wonderful artists, indie artists, how you could submit your music, to be featured here. That's what we want to do. We want to feature you. All right. So come and see us at facebook.promotethemusic.com. We're in chat there. I am not monitoring the chat in the other devices. where we're streaming. We're streaming in so many different places, but facebook.promotethemusic.com. Looks like they lifted the, they didn't lift it. That environment is a secured environment for most people, right? If you've set your setting for secured browsing. And in the past, when people were trying to come into our show on Facebook, they had to disengage the security. So it looks like the integration of Ustream along with Facebook is no longer, you don't have to disengage the security. I didn't this morning anyways. I'd like to get some report from some of you if that's the case for you. That's good news, because a lot of people were saying, hey, I don't want to, disengage my secured browsing in Facebook to attend your show. So it looks like that issue has been solved. I don't know. Dave, have you been testing it? I hope you're testing it. So, all right, I'm going to queue up our next funky set. I really like to promote the music of a local artist as well, and we're going to do that again this week. And we're going to feature on this triad mix the music of Akusticos, a group from Costa Rica, and a gentleman from Florida, Allon Sam's, forwarded a new track. We're going to play that, and we're going to also feature Joel Del Rosario. So indie artists out there, you want your music featured? It goes in archive. That's the beauty about it. It's a 1-hour show. You may not be able to catch the show, but the video archives in Facebook, oh, well, yeah, they're in Facebook as well, but in YouTube is what I meant to say, are actually in HD quality. And I'm proud of the quality. Technically, we'll keep improving. Made some adjustment this week. We also live by our motto here. What if we did things differently, right? Well, you'll notice that we did a few things differently this week. We really did. And in the studio, now it may be subtle. If you weren't here last week, you won't know, but camera angles are different. We refined the adjustment on the system. I think we sound better. The video may be streaming better, but we were definitely HD last week. Top, we're putting out data rate at about 1,000 kilobits per second. So if your internet connection is not very fast, you may be getting that buffering, and that's a problem for some of you. But in the archives, let me give you a little trick before we go on to the next triad mix. You can, when you play the archives, hit the play button, for example, and then pause. And if you have a slow internet connection, because it's HD, requires a lot of bandwidth, and just let the video load. You'll see that little bar go across. When it's reach 1/3 of the way through the video player, hit the play. You should have no problem watching video archives, especially for people in third world countries. And speaking of that, I want to say hello to everybody across the globe who are dropping by and visiting with us, because I'm just overwhelmed by the response we've had. We've had people all over the world listen in and sending comments. We have musicians from all over the world sending their music, and that is just very, very encouraging this early on in the game. So I appreciate that, and without further ado, enjoy the music of Acustico, and we're going to start that set. Allon Sam's and Joel Del Rosario. A little tongue twister for me.
promotethemusic.com with Bobby D.
Yes, God is Able with Joel Dale, Rosario. Hot track. Love the vocals in the background. Yes. And some serious piano work by Allon Sams from Tampa Bay, laying it down. You sure did, Allon, on that one. Love it. And we let off the Triad Mix 45 with a local group from Costa Rica, Akusticos. And the track is called Lluvia. Beautiful, beautiful. Good stuff. Good sax and good guitar work. Akusticos. Yeah, I discovered them last year, believe it or not, through a European connection. It's amazing how those things happen, right? So, I told you we would talk about several things this morning. We would tell you how you can win trips to Costa Rica. Shay Jones won last week on the inaugural show. Now, the intention is to be able to give a trip every week, but we're not going to give one every week. We're just, hey, our baby was just born last week. We need to increase the traffic, right? We need your help. We need to increase the traffic. More traffic, we can generate revenues, believe it or not, to give away more trips, all right? So we need your help. So the way you do that, you just post on Facebook, all right? A couple things you want to do. You want to post on Facebook that you're listening to promotethemusic.com. Just create awareness. That's it. And then you invite people to become a free gold member at promotethemusic.com. Now, what's the benefit of free gold member? Well, first of all, let me tell you where you go. www.gold.promotethemusic.com. So what's the benefit? Well, it's the only way you can win a trip. So you've got to just become a free gold member. And we're going to notify you when we've archived the music, the Triad mixes. You'll be able to listen to the wonderful music of our indie artists, our featured artists every week. And then because you're registered with us, when we pull your name, it's the only place, the only database now that we can actually pull your name to win a trip. So we plan to give a whole lot more awards and gifts as we grow. We're already chatting with some wonderful people in the industry who want to joint venture with us to enhance what we're doing. And speaking of enhancement of what we're doing, I need to put a really good word here for our good friends at Netsis, because the truth is, without them, this HD high-definition webcast is not possible. And let me just share the story real quick. And I've shared the story before. We've had problems with our internet in Costa Rica, and the people at Netsis solved our problem. They gave us all the bandwidth we need every week. They even boost more bandwidth during the show just to make absolutely sure that we're not going to have any problems. So if you're in Costa Rica and you're challenged with your ISP connection, oh my goodness gracious, contact these good folks, okay, at www.netsyscr.com, and they will, well, let me just put a little plug here properly. They will take good care of you, I promise, okay? And tell them Bobby D referred. They'll give you a 25% discount on your installation of your service, all right? netsyscr.com, all right, right here in Costa Rica. Now, for those of you who are in Costa Rica, of course. Okay, so yeah, I'm a happy camper now. Now I'm truly living in paradise. What a decent internet connection. And so, hey, join us. I know a lot of people are listening just at promotethemusic.com. I mean, the traffic is revealed there. A lot of traffic. You're only watching. You can't interact. So if you're a little shy and you're not sure on how technology works, and you don't want to go through other mechanisms to chat with us, here's a simple approach to join us. www.promotethemusic.mobi, M-O-B-I. That's for the people who have iPhone, iPads, and iTunes, not iTunes, my goodness. What these little device that you play music with? iPads, not iPads. I'm so locked into iPad. I need more coffee. iPod Touch. There we go, Bob. It's early in the morning here in Costa Rica. So iPad, iTouch, forget it. You know what I mean. Anyways, that's the application, www.promotethemusic.mobi. So, but if you go there on a web browser, you'll see the stream as well, and you'll see the chat down below, all right? But the best place, well, we want to form a new habit. You know, what if we did things differently? Why don't we just meet in Facebook at Promote the Music, facebook.promotethemusic.com. You don't have to create an account. You just have to be a Facebook member. You don't have to log into anything. The chat works there. I noticed some people were there a moment ago. Shay, our winner for last week, dropped in. She makes her day in New York while she's cleaning her house. Shay, right? Who else? So I had a wonderful visit this week. I don't know how many of you caught the little video clip. Spontaneous. I had a wonderful indie artist that we promoted last week, Louis Mora from Costa Rica here, and I'd only discovered his music about a month ago, and I just fell in love with his music, so I said I need to promote him. And one thing led to the other. He watched the show, phone conversation. I invite him for coffee, and he walks in with his guitar. Just loved it. So now my wheels are spinning, right? And say, oh, now what do we do? We want to talk about the bigger vision, what we're going to do for not only global musician, but concentrated effort to help the local Costa Rican artists here, because they need help too. And he loved the vision. And then, hey, I said, you going to whip out your guitar? He says, sure. I said, do you mind if I turn on the webcam? And he says, no. So we shot about 15 minutes with Louis Mora, and I hope you caught that. And if you haven't, you can find it on our my Facebook wall. You can find it at www.youtube. Let me see. How does that work again? youtube.promotethemusic.com. All right? That's where the archives, and you'll catch that little clip we did with Louis Mora. He played 2 wonderful tracks from his forthcoming album and DVD. And we're probably going to do an official launch right here at promotethemusic.com where we're having that conversation. Don't you love it? I just love it. I mean, it's gives us opportunity to do things with technology that we could never do before. All right? All in HD, archive. And where we're going with this, well, the bigger picture, we talked about it for 5 hours last week. You can catch all the segment. We broke down the 5-hour stream into 15-minute videos, and you can catch the bigger vision and at youtube.promotethemusic.com if you want to know more about what we're doing. But for now, make sure you go to www.gold.promotethemusic.com. Become a free member, and that'll give you opportunity, just like Shay last week, to win a trip to beautiful and peaceful Costa Rica. And we've given them before. I was happy to be able to give a trip away last week, and our goal is to give away many, many trips and possibly multiple winners as we grow. All right, as we grow every week. That's the name of the deal, like they say, Lucille, right? So I'm gonna move forward and play some wonderful music by an artist by the name of Gail Jhonson from California. Amazing keyboardist. She's played with a lot of the big names. You can find her at Gail Jhonson. She spells Johnson differently. It's JHONSON.com. But she was music director for Norman Brown. Just give you an example. Some of the people she's worked with. And so I'm going to feature her again because I really, first of all, I love her spirit. She picked up the phone and called me this week. We had a wonderful connection while we had a connection. Then a storm flew in and the ice speed went down. But I'm having a conversation with Gail, and she's just an amazing spirit. So usually, like I said earlier, we normally play 9 independent artists, but this week I'm featuring 2 tracks from Gail and Gail Jhonson. So that means we're featuring 8 artists, I guess, right? So we're gonna play Triad Mix 44. Oh, I got a story before I go into that. Last week I was explaining Triad Mix. You can see the logo in Triad Mix, and James Colah was in chat, and I didn't comment at the time. I caught it after the fact, but and I was explaining the spiritual essence of the logo and the business, the marketing side of the logo, and James says, "Oh, a triad." Well, he said, "I'm a triplet." Now that explains why a triad. Beautiful. So so we're gonna go into another triad mix. I just got to cue things up. Bob the Octopus here. Just bear with me, and as we do this, because it is what it is. It takes a little maneuvering while you're talking and try to keep your concentration at the same time. So we're going to feature the music of Gail Jhonson again, which is not a bad thing, right? And Skip Walker, and again a group from Costa Rica that I love so dearly that I've become very good friends with them, Editus, their 4-time Grammy Award winning group. So let's enjoy that. We'll be back with more chatting, all right, after the music break.
What are you doing? Practicing.
Aren't you gonna come out and play? After I'm done practicing. How long is it gonna be? I don't know. Why are you practicing anyway?
You're tuning in to PromoteTheMusic.com with Bobby D. Bobby D. Bobby D. Bobby D.
energy, don't you? Amazing violinist. Editus. Yes. Desde aquí. That means from here. So it is from here, from Costa Rica. Featuring them. Before that, Skip Walker, Latin Flavor, from his Funky Cafe album. And we started this Triad Mix 44 with Gail, Jhonson, Just for Kicks. All right. Yeah, I noticed some chat. Ken Levinson, you were talking about your trip to Costa Rica. You're just going to get Shay so excited she'll want to jump in the plane next week and cash in her voucher right away. Stop that. We're not ready yet, okay? So a reminder, everybody, you want to go to gold.promotethemusic.com, gold membership. All right, let me give you the link right there, down below there, okay? All right, that's how it works. Gold.promotethemusic.com. Now, the more we build that gold membership, it's free. Gold will always be free. The more we build that up, the more trips we can give. So tell people about it, all right? Just give them an insight as to what we're doing here, all right? Featuring indie artists every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. North American Eastern, all right? And indie artists, keep sending your music, all right? Keep sending your music. I need to tell you how to do that. It's promotethemusic.com/submitmusic.html. So for the indie artists listening, you want your music featured on the show, right? promotethemusic.com/submitmusic.html. We already have weeks and weeks and weeks of programming. We have been getting tons of great music. We have. And I have to sort through all that. So bear with me, all right? You'll send it, we'll play it. And unless we really don't like it, but no. we know there's so much talent out there. We always find a track that we like. We focus on, we always find the good in everything. So, all right. I'm going to wrap up the show. We've had people have been saying, well, what kind of music? What kind of music do you want? And I think the best way to explain that is by demonstrating what we're going to do on the last Triad Mix as we wrap up the week at the 1 hour show. And, that's manageable, right? Still took 10 hours yesterday to organize the show, but it's more manageable for the viewer. And 9 artists every week, 8 artists. We feature the music twice. There'll be 8, but the goal is 9. So we're just waiting to receive all the music from different genre of music. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Tina speak about what we do here, what kind of music we want, and then we're going to finish the last set with some old music back from the 80s and some music from the early 90s, some music from Shakatak. Some of you asked me in Facebook, hey, play some Shakatak. So I'm going to go take you back to 1984, a great track. And I always want to honor people who've helped us get to this point. Peter White was extremely instrumental. I talked about that last week. I want to honor him again this week, and we'll play a track by Peter White. And we're going to play another track back from the 80s that you may remember if you were in a dance club. If you're young enough to be, dancing in the nightclubs in the 80s, you'll remember this track by Imagination. So we're going to wrap up the show with that. But I'm going to let TinaEClark.com tell you about, what kind of music. We're talking to the indie artists here and the listeners, but so you have an idea of what we want here on the show. All right? Okay, here we go. Hopefully, here we go. The computer, the computer's got a mind of its own. Here we go.
Get ready, because we're going to mix it up again, and then mix it up some more with smooth jazz, funky jazz, funk, soul, dance, R&B, electronic, and soulful hip-hop right here on PromoteTheMusic.com with Bobby D.
So you get the drift, huh? We're going to mix it up, and that's what we're going to do on this set. So have a great week. We'll see you next week. Post on your Facebook wall. Tell me you were at PromoteTheMusic.com, and let's build up the fan base for our wonderful indie artists. Okay? We're going to have a great time. See you next week. Same place. Same channel. All right? Oh, yes. There's a theme to this. Down on the street. Wake up, everybody. Ready for changes. All right? Shakatak, Peter White, and Imagination. To wrap up, PromoteTheMusic.com HD Webcast is Saturday, October 1st. Bobby D here signing off. See you next week. Hopefully. All right?
Down
listening to PromoteTheMusic.com with Bobby D. You may have noticed this is a bonus mix. Yes, why not, huh? It was a request. Enjoy. See you next week. Bobby D here, signing off from Costa Rica at PromoteTheMusic.com.